Well, it's Tuesday, the 30th of June, and where has all the time gone? I'm up at the pot today. Got quite a few jobs I want to get done today, so I've already made a start. Excuse me. The sweet corn has been thoroughly watered. Now I want to get this elephant garlic out. And the best way to do that is to put a fork under it. Don't be tempted to just try and pull it out. And that is not too bad. So I'll just get the rest of these out. There's not many. Then I can crack on with another job. As usual with the elephant garlics, you've got all the bulblets along the side of the bulbs. In theory, you should be able to plant them, but I've never had any luck. Oh, that's a massive one. So yeah, the elephant garlic done better than the normal garlic. There you go. Yeah, definitely. Yeah, these are all good bulbs. And what I'll do with these is I'll take them home, put them in my potting shed, hang them upside down, and I'll allow the next to dry out. And that way they'll store for longer. So yeah, I'm very pleased with these, especially after the disappointing normal garlic. But as I said, with the disappointing normal garlic, it gives me an opportunity to try out some new varieties. Excuse me. Missed it. Yeah, if you try and pull these out, you end up ripping the roots off the bottom of it, and that can cause you end up ripping the roots off a basil plate, and that can cause mould and disease to get in, and they don't store as well. So always, it only takes a couple of minutes, always stick a fork under them and try and get them out that way. It's easier to clean these up once they dry, but just to give you a little show, elephant garlic. And these are the bulblets, which you should, in theory, although I've never had any luck, should be able to plant. One of the jobs I had planned for today was to thin out these parsnips. I've done a few of them, but I'll just show you what I mean by thin out. If we look at this one here, we've got 3 plants. This one is the biggest, which means it's the strongest at the minute. So these 2 are weak. So I'm just going to take out these 2 weak ones. And the reason I'm thinning them out, is so that we get one plant grown all the way down. One plant only competing for resources and water in that area, rather than having 3 plants who are sort of like growing together and not giving each other enough space. So we'll get bigger roots and stronger roots. I'm going to leave this one for the moment because these are 2 that are transplanted from the other areas last week. And I'm going to leave this one at the minute. There's 4 in there, but none of them are shown to be stronger than the others. So I'll leave them in there for the moment. It doesn't matter, I can take them out when I'm ready. But have a look at this one. I've got 4 in here. Obviously this one, the biggest one, is the one I want to keep at the minute. So I'm just going to pull out. And you don't actually need to even pull out. You can just use little snips and just snip the leaves off the root. Similar for this one. I'm just going to take that one out. Take that one out, leave the strongest in place. As I said, well, that's the strongest one because it's got its true leaf on. These are like seed leaves, and that's the true leaf. I don't know whether you can see that. Anyway, I'm going to leave that because they're quite small and the situation might reverse. But all the others, I've gone through and taken out the ones I don't want. And I can revisit this next week sometime, and by next week we might have a clear outlay. You know, it might be a lot clearer which one here is going to be the stronger. And once I've got all one plant growing in each station and it's proved to be the strong one, I can take these rings out and put them back in my box in the shed. Well, okay, so I've just finished weeding this brassica bed and I'm going to get them some water. Now there is, I don't know whether I've shown you this before. This is our compost toilet that anyone can use. But behind it there's a trough that gathers the rain off the sloping roof of the toilet. And it's a good place to get water. Now I'm going to come back and I'm going to cut some of these brambles in that back and trim this so I can get in a lot easier. There's all sorts around here. There's brambles and there's nettles, but I'm just going to take off these large big thorny brambles. Oh, thistles as well. We've got all the plants that jag and sting you. We've got some nice flowers, some nice wildflowers. I'm just going to cut this bush back a bit, just for access. It's one of these bottle brush plants. I don't know what else you call them. They grow all over the place down here in Devon. Let's see if I can. Oh, that can go over there. And I'll just snip that there. That should be enough to get me access. So the water comes off the roof, it goes down the gutter, down the pipe and into here. And I presume there's an overflow here somewhere. It just gets full and overflow, so it's good to use it. Next time I bring a strimmer up, I'll string a path through here. Make it a little bit easier for myself. It's about the same distance to the other watering trough, but since it doesn't get used, you know, I think me and Kate use it. I've already given the sweet corn a very good water. The 6 watering cans went in there earlier. Just because these are good water, I will give them another can before I go. The first can will soften up the ground. The second can will penetrate really deep, hopefully. Yeah, the ground here is quite firm because you need firm ground for brassicas, but yeah, I'll do one more can and put the net back over, and that should be it. As you can probably see, it's quite fair over there, but it may be soon for a coffee break soon if this starts to rain. So I'm going to grab a lettuce and be on my way. You know what, I'm going to take this one. Not bad. Well, it's the 4th of July, everyone. Saturday the 4th of July, American Independence Day. We've been up here a lot. We've got quite a few things done. It's another warm weekend. But we're just one last job before we go, and that's I'm going to dig out my onions because I think they're ready. So let's go and see what we get from the onions, see what we're taking home today with us. I can't even remember what variety this is, but I think they're ready to come out the ground. I might actually have something that can go in here in a few weeks' time. But as usual with onions and leeks and garlic, never be tempted to just pull them out, because if you pull the roots off the bottom of the bulb or the bottom of the plant, then it's not going to store. So always just, the easiest way is just stick a fork under it, give it a shake. That's a small onion. Yeah, that will get used. There's nothing wrong with that. It's a bit small, that's all. That's even smaller. Yeah, I've never grown onions in this bed before. the best bed I've grown onions in has been the bed which has got my what do you call them, tomatoes and single seed potato challenge buckets, but I think we had allium leaf minder in that last year. I think these are sensu or something like that. They're small, but yeah, they're okay. There's no problems with them. We've been up at Delilah's plot. She's been picking out some new potatoes and some peas. She's got rather nice pea harvest going today. Yeah, these were all grown from sets. And you know, I've grown onions from seed before, and I've had bumper onions, and I've grown onions from sets before, and I've had massive big bumper onions. And sometimes you just get mediocre ones, but there'll be enough here for a couple of meals. Maybe have a rethink of onions next year. Try a different variety or something. But the garlic was okay in this bed. I mean, these onions, they are small, but they're okay. There's no rot or anything. Now there is grey stuff on these roots, but I think that's just mycelium in the soil. I did give all these 3 beds top up of manure over the winter, and I was actually wondering why one of the beds, the bindweed, was growing so well, and I think it's because I put manure in it. Yeah, these are okay. Nothing to shout right home about. Couple of small ones. If you can't get a big one, just use 2 small ones. There's no green left in this one, but there is a small onion there. And there's, oh, okay, so this one, all the roots have gone. There's a bit of rot there in the roots, and it's a bit soft. So this one will be going in the bag of weeds that goes to the tip, and I probably won't grow onions or garlic in this bed next year. Just to be on the safe side. Let's see what is. Yeah, that one's fine. That one's next to it. Last 2. See all the grey soil. No, I don't think that's onion white rot, because sorry, Delilah. You know, there's no softness there. There's no. It's not wet or anything. I think that's just in the soil. So, I mean, they're okay. Right, last one, and I'll give you a quick look round. Just a quick update of what's been going on. Right, that's the onions. I'll gather them up before we leave, take them home. But yeah, not bad, not going to last for too long. We'll easily make good use of them. I need a lettuce for Delilah. As I say, might as well use all these. Oh, ground's brick hard, I can't even get that in this soil. So there's a lettuce for Delilah. Let's have a look at the purple climbing beans, because we've actually got beans on these now. Granted, they are small, but they are beans. In fact, they're so small, I'm struggling to find some. Okay, here we go. You can just see there, that's a bean. And there's one there, and there's one there. And have a look on this one, there's one there. So we are getting beans on this, which is good. And it won't be long actually before, the beans grow really fast. It won't be long before we're actually picking. I haven't seen any. These are the runner beans. No, I haven't seen any of these. These white ones are the Greek gigantes, sort of like the butterbean ones. Got flowers, don't have any beans that I can see. Still, it's early days, it's only the 4th of July, so you know, we've got plenty of time. Other things that have been going on, the squashes, everything has been watered today. I've also feeded the squashes, as you can see. Let me just swing around this way. We are beginning to get our first squashes on the plant. I don't know whether you can. So, not quite sure what this one is. This is the mystery squash. This was the squash seed that I found had germinated in my compost bin. So this is the mystery squash. The one I got at the plant swap, the Crown Prince, we have got one on it. Now, I'll just pop in a picture of a Crown Prince squash so you can see what it's going to be. So hopefully that'll turn into the Crown Prince. These are my pepper plants. What I've done is I've sunk these into the ground, and I'm not sure whether I'm regretting it or not now, because I'm not sure whether I'm taking up too much room in this bed for the squashes, because the squashes are going to get big. But we'll see what happens with these. I'm going to take those red ones. That's what I'm going to do. I'm going to take those red ones over here in this bed, which is in the shade at the moment. I might actually join it. We have got aubergines galore. These are a bit small. The plant in front of me has got a slightly bigger one. And all the plants have aubergines on them now. Ouch! It's a spiky bit. So, yeah, they all have aubergines, which is good. The Pink Panther tomatoes are struggling a bit in the heat. I'm finding that a lot of the leaves, lower leaves, are going crispy. That is despite getting watered. They've been watered 3 times since last week. They were watered last weekend and fed last weekend. They were watered midweek, and they've been watered and fed again today. And the leaves are still going crispy, and I don't know. I can only think it's the heat. So it's just something we're going to keep an eye out on. But we're finished for today now. We're going to head home. If you've got this far, thanks for watching. It does make a difference. If you would like to subscribe, it doesn't cost anything. You just hit that subscribe button and you'll be notified whenever I put a new video out. But thanks for getting this far. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you all again next week.